So I came back to this job again today to finish around trees and any places not thorns. I don't want to mow any of the thorns. So in here there was a couple of spots where there wasn't any thorns, just weeds. And this one, I should have known better. This one I went through twice. It's the third time that got me. So I was going back and forth pecking around this ditch. And I'd go over there and she said I missed the view, so I went back and forth. But it came out of that one. I had to pull it out of that one. Other than that, most of this is fairly hard and decent and bush racking. I don't care if I tear the ground up. It's kind of irrelevant at this point. So those are two places I got stuck. In finished mode, all of that I got finished weed whacking up on the hill. I got more weed whacking to do in the field down that way. Got all of that finished over there. I need to get the backhoe or skid loader or something over there to dig some drainage ditches because this is swamp over there right now. Y'all would have seen that in a clip a little while ago. I haven't done this area yet over here because I don't have. That's probably just going to have to wait, to be honest. I did get this area over here. Again, you can see some ruts down there by that power pole. I got stuck down there as well. There's a hole there that I didn't see. Basically, every place tractor goes and is unstickable. The lawnmower is very stickable, but it's light and easy to pull out. This over here, this hill is so slippery and it drops off. I'm not even going to try it. It's just going to have to wait. Next time here I might use the owner's tractor to go down there. I did use the owner's tractor today to clean up his driveway some, which I can tell you isn't perfect, but it's damn sight better than it was. So yeah, my buddy, you see that Nissan over there doesn't like the water because he drinks the water and bad things happen? Yeah, that one. Now has a refrigerator in the back, which is awesome. And a rooftop tent, and he finally converted it to 4-wheel drive. Don't tell him I said it, but that thing's become pretty nice. Welcome this and Wham. You can see the mower. It's been a mud mower today. It's been in some swampy stuff. It's gonna have to get a wash. I have 2 PSI in my tires right now for traction. That whole hill is red clay and slick as can be. But we got it mowed. So, yeah, that'll be all for now, folks. I'm about done with this job. I will come back later on this year. I have some more odds and ends kind of stuff she wants done. And I got a bunch of trees to cut to clear off of some paths to have going all over the property here. Probably bring the tractor back to do that and use the tractor, towing this little trailer around, just go around with a saw him, toss him in here and haul him to the wood pile. So I might use the pickup for that, I might not. Tractor's a lot more maneuverable. I have a little bit too much going on my hands to film while I operate this time, but one, bush hogging is a messy, nasty job. I don't know if y'all can see my back. I am covered from the mud and the debris this thing throws at me. I can only imagine won't get eaten up by those little red bugs, those little chiggers. Over here at a friend of the family's property mowing. He done hurt himself and can't mow right now. This is a spot we have not mowed in years because of how swampy it is. You just can't get through it. I mean, this whole area here, I'm sinking a foot. Just running at second gear, picking the bush hog up when I hit it and holding the throttle down, hope for the best. It'll go or it'll blow. If I walk through here, it only gets worse the deeper in there you go. And I'm lucky I made it through this. I'm mowing a swamp today. That's what I'm doing. I mean, there's no bottom to any of this. There just isn't. I'm mowing standing water half the time. What needs to happen is I need to get my backhoe down here. I think it was my dad. Oh, it might have, I forget, it might have been one of the graders we had out here. Done this drainage ditch to try and drain the spring right there. It causes all this to be a swamp. And over the years it's gotten clogged up and we need to dig it out again. I need to get, if I get my backhoe going, I'm going to bring the backhoe over here and do that. The reason this is such a swamp is years ago, well, I think long before this property was ever, or long before Anthony ever owned this property, there was a dam. There was a dam. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but right over here, there's a berm. Well, I think they built a driveway on top of it now. You see some tall grass right over there across from that fence. There was a dam that went from there over to the embankment over here. And all of this was a pond at some point in time. It wasn't very deep. It might have been 4 or 5 feet deep in most places. There's a little bit of it right there. Note the creek comes right up to where the dam was. Right up to where the dam was. Turns 90, goes across, and back down. I think they broke it over here. And eventually cleared out all the dirt that was there to make that a more usable pasture again. But that's why this is so swampy. It's one, that spring. 2, this ground was all saturated for a number of years. Well, it was underwater. So, but this is no day bush hogging. Screw cutting grass. This is from a bush hog. I can spin the tractor around, turn ruts up like this, and you know, we're just trying to maintain it. We're not cutting it for hay or nothing. So, some ruts and whatnot, doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. And in case you're wondering why I didn't go through that ditch, I'd probably sit the bush hog on one side, front towers on the other, and have both back towers sitting there in the middle spinning. All that slung up on the hood and everything is also all over me. That's when the bush hog hits some mud and it just slings it. This one right here, I down Neil got stuck in. And see what I went through last time? I was digging both coming through and there ain't no bottom to that. If it wasn't for the bush hog sitting down on the backside, I wouldn't have got through. I mean, just look at this. I'm mowing a darn swamp. And it's all over this place. And you find some water or something like that, you feel the front end start sinking. Well, you pick the bush hog up and hold the throttle down, hope for the best. It'll go or he'll get stuck. Last time I mowed this, I stayed away from that spot. This time I got a little more daring of what I think the tractor will go through. I mean, it was overgrown quite bad. It ain't the prettiest mowing I ever done. And if I came down here with the finish, graded it smooth and finish mowed it every couple of weeks, it could be nice. This is a spot I was told never to try. And I done decided to try it. It went pretty good. Oh, I found that log. And again, no bottom here. I sat the back axle of the tractor on that log and it just kept right on pulling. I will say this. When it comes to bush hogging work and mowing, well, you're cutting hay or just bush hogging to maintain property like this, there is not a better machine than a Ford of about that size, say a 600 or a 2000 series. Maybe the 700 or the 3000 series if you want to go a little bit bigger. Or Massey Ferguson or John Deere of about the same size and horsepower. I mean, I got 50 horse in a real small light package. It's about a 6,000 pound machine with the weights I have on it. bush hog and all 4 tires full of water. Well, calcium, I should say. So I got 50 horse in the size of the machine that's like an 8N that I can whiz around through trees and never really get stuck, never really have any issues. The one thing I want to do, I got a bunch of big bruises on my back right now from the gaping holes in this bush hog and what's up there in the front where it chunks of rock or piece of wood at my back. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build a, oh, don't fall, Justin. I'm going to build a guard, even with the fenders of just wild mesh. So it has to go through some 1/4-inch wild mesh before it can hit me. But you won't find a bell machine for mowing. It's, you sit low enough, you go into most tree limbs, you can't beat it. My buddy up there that I'm doing this for, he's up on top of the hill. He has a nearly new Kubota, only a few years old, 4-wheel drive, front end loader, everything. His won't go the places mine will, and I can mow about twice as fast as he can. With the machine probably 3 or 4 times as old. You can't beat that. Alright, my hands are shaking, and I'm out of breath. See this driveway? It is ridiculously steep. I know, I paved, well, I helped grade this and form this up for concrete. I didn't need the concrete myself. It goes on. Well, way up yonder ways, my tractor came out of gear. And it would not go back in. I mean, it would not go back in. Okay? So I'm flying down this driveway, gaining speed. I'm standing all my weight on the brakes. I'm not slowing down, I'm picking up speed. I could have easily just killed myself then. I bet by the time I got to heel, I was probably doing 35, 40 miles an hour. I hit this. You see a little scuff in the gravel there? That's all the brakes there is in that tractor. It doesn't touch back to heel. And again, you see my tractor cleats trying to slow me down, but not doing so. So I keep going. I keep going. I'm going all right. Again, all of this right here, till you see it getting there, my tire was not on the ground. I was on 3 wheels still. This side was on the ground. This ton, again, very bumpy bump. And I know my tire was left the ground a couple of times bouncing over these bumps. But I keep going. This ton here, both the back tires were on the ground, I think. One of the front ones was not. And I am graciously drifting towards the side in that gate and that giant ditch. But I make the ton, okay? I make the ton. I'm probably doing 45 miles an hour at this point. That's a big steep hill. Alright, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. I come through here and I realize it is a chord to me at this point. I cannot make that ton or that ton at this speed. At this rate of speed, I am unable to make this ton. And I come in, you know, the racing line, right on the inside corner, thinking maybe I can squeeze by this ton. No, I can't. So, I jump a ditch. Now I hit this, and I bounced pretty good. Note, undisturbed. Disturbed? Undisturbed. Disturbed. Again, I jumped the tractor. And I casually put it back in gear, and I cut it out and go on the trailer. That was terrifying. I'm not doing that again. Never again does that tractor go up that driveway. I will go the long way around. I will not go up that driveway ever again. Or maybe I'll go up it. I'm definitely, if it pops out going up. Yeah. Never again Do I go up that drive, or go up or down that driveway? I will take the longer way around from now on. That could have easily had killed me. Or at a minimum, I would have lost a few $1,000 piece of equipment.